Hey, my name's Kev, and you're watching my mental health vlog. Um, it was an interesting week that you're about to watch. It was a very difficult week with pain management and mood management, and the week ends with me walking out of a hospital and educating a doctor about trauma-informed care. So it's an interesting week you're gonna watch, and but I got through it, and it was difficult. I also had some really great moments with some people who reached out and needed help, and needed an ear to talk to and things like that. So that happened several times this week, and through the craziness of the week, I was able to kind of ground myself and be there for someone in the moment, which made me feel really good, and is a lot of the reason why I'm in a pretty good mood right now. So let me start by saying my name's Kev. This is my mental health vlog, where I show how I get through the week dealing with, living with my diagnoses. I have schizoaffective disorder, which is a combination of schizophrenia and bipolar. And I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted right now. I also have complex PTSD and inattentive ADD, which seems to be kicking in a little bit right now. And my mission here is to show that if you're going through some of this stuff, you're feeling some of the things I'm feeling, or the anxiety and the hard mornings, or depression, detachments from reality, you're not alone. Other people are going through that as well. And another part of my mission is to show that you, being very distracted today, the other part of my mission is to inspire, obviously. Life is hardest when you're without hope. And so I try to inspire hope, and to show that there is life beyond just stability. If you're just reaching for stability, that's great. I did that for a long time, and I feel fairly stable in my life. And now I'm reaching beyond that. I was diagnosed 15 years ago, but I've been dealing with mental illness and trauma since I was a child, and I'm now 50. So I hope you enjoy watching the week that is to be, and tell Monday Kev that he's gonna get through it, because he doesn't know what he's in for. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And that's right, yeah. And I'm looking to reach a certain number of subscribers. I'd love to hear from you in your comments. If you have comments, questions, anything you want me to elaborate on, talk more about, explain better, grab a thesaurus, leave them in the comments. I read all the comments. You can also read some of my blogs and stuff on Instagram at Kev G Mor. But yeah, you're not alone. Lots of people are going through it, and have some hope. Things will get better. Enjoy watching my crazy week. Good morning, happy Monday. I'm guessing you just watched the recap of the week, and so you know more than I do. Maybe you could tell me how the week's gonna go. Last night I wasn't getting any sleep. Sleep wasn't working for me. So, sorry. Sometimes I get frustrated with my hair, and it prevents me from sleeping. So I just get up in the night and I just shave it all off and trim my beard. So that's what I did last night. And I don't really care much for haircuts, which is funny because my son's a barber. But I don't really go out and get haircuts. My hair grows, and then when it gets annoying, I shave it all off. And then I just let it grow again, and when it gets annoying, I shave it all off. So it's pretty simple. I don't really go into it for the looks. I know I look like a cue ball, but I know I'm kind of joking around this morning. I woke up in a very bad mood, and I'm feeling a little better. I only woke up a few minutes ago. I took my dog outside, and yeah, I'm feeling a little better, but I'm still in kind of a negative mood. It's gonna be a tough week, I think. I'm lacking in resources this week. Food and money and things like that is all very tight, so I have to be very careful about what I do. So it might be a stressful week, and it's good that I know it now, because then I can prepare for it. And when I do start to get stressed out, just know that I knew it was coming. Right now I'm doing my coffee and comedy, and you can see John Oliver right there. And then I'm gonna do my muscle music group, and after my muscle music group, I'm gonna do a tuneful. Oh no, there is no tuneful today. So I'm gonna do my muscle music group, and I don't know what the rest of the day is going to hold. So we'll see what comes next. Hey, I'm getting ready to go into my muscle music group. My mood is pretty blah today. It could be the weather. It could be that there's lots of construction going on outside, and it's been very noisy here all morning, as you can see out here. And they're digging up my street right around my apartment, so it's a lot of jackhammering and stuff, but there's a moment of quiet right now. So that's kind of getting to me. And then just other issues that I'm thinking about this week. Everything feels kind of heavy right now. And I don't really want to, I'm going to go into a group, I don't want to talk about any of it. But I might. And so I'm going to do my muscle music group. And then I don't feel like it, but I think going for a walk would be good to get out of this neighborhood and away from the noise. So maybe I'll take a walk down to the water or something. Increase my mood and do some thinking, because I don't know. I think there's some things I need to think about. All right, so off I go. So I'm out for a walk. It's a very rainy, foggy day. So I'm heading to the bridge where I won't get rained on. Just hang out for a while. I actually left and then went back home because I wasn't warm enough. I forgot my headphones, and I was like, well, I'm already halfway there. And I thought, no, I would be miserable. So I went back home, put on another layer, grabbed my headphones, and now I'm heading there. But I wanted to say the song that really kind of picked me up this morning is a strange little tune called Anna Ang by They Might Be Giants. Really kind of put a little pep in my step. Hi, well, I'm here at the dock, and there's nobody here on it, you can see. And I'm just kind of walking and thinking about my day. After I checked in with y'all this morning, I did a little coffee comedy, and then I went to my muscle memory group. And I wasn't doing too great. I was kind of at the bottom of the scale. I was still digging myself out of the hole. But I went to my muscle music group, and it wasn't really wasn't working for me. I had to adjust my actions. And overall, it was a good experience because I got to talk about stuff, and I kind of faced some I think the cPTSD trauma that was in the back of my head today. So I had to kind of visualize that, but I have found it in my experience. I'd like to do visualization exercises, but I have to be careful about when I do them, because if I'm in a bad space, I don't feel like I have control of the visualization, and it can be harmful. Where, for instance, today, I was not the parent; I was the child. The traumatized child was in the driver's seat when I started my visualization, and so when I started doing it, I just got my ass kicked. The visualization just really beat me up, and I started crying and stuff through it. And so I realized what was happening, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna back off of this a little bit. And I distracted myself while people finished the visualization. And I thought about doing how afterwards we were going to do some physical movements. So I began thinking about that and moving, sitting in the chair and kind of wiggling my toes and being present in the moment. But that's something to look out for that I found for me, is that if I'm in a bad space mentally, if I have the little devil on my shoulder is beating me up, or if the traumatized child is in the driver's seat, visualization doesn't really work too well for me. I just end up beating myself up or getting beat up. I get both at the same time. So that's something I learned today. I already knew it, but it hadn't happened in a long time. So I'm going through some stuff today that is just kind of something that I'm still working on, and I have a lot of trouble with. Hey, pigeon. Is well, besides being poor, I live on disability, and most of the work that I do is voluntary, and I do some shows here and there, but I haven't been doing shows lately because of my injury. Anywho, so I don't make very much money. And I've always been, kind of poor, and homeless and things like that. And sometimes it gets tiring. And right now it's kind of hard. You can't really earn money. The other side of that coin is I'm really bad with money. I didn't learn a lot of the lessons that people learn in their youth on how to manage money and how money works and stuff. I'm kind of learning that now. I'm thankful and lucky to have a supportive family, and I have my sister as what's called a rep payee, and my disability goes in, she makes sure that my rent gets paid, and then she divvies me out a weekly spending stipend, to pay for all my food and household and transportation and stuff. So, and she keeps it so it's a pretty steady pace. And it didn't start out that way. When I first started having to do it, it was just $20 a day, $20 every other day. Here's $20, make it last 2 days. So she's kind of been teaching me like a parent, and I'm really grateful for that. But that being said, the limited funds that I do get, I have a hard time managing well, and I run out a lot, and it gets frustrating. So today is one of those days where I'm just like, my needs are met, but I'm just frustrated at it, It's nice. Um, so yeah, it's not in my head. It's more dramatic than it really is because it's been, ever since I was young, where you wake up and you think, all right, who do I have to feed and how am I going to do it? And I'm kind of tired of that daily stress. And then I'm also middle-aged. I just turned 50, and I live in a little studio and stuff. And I want more out of life. I want to earn more money, and doing shows is kind of tough. You can't really. It's hard to make a living on it, at least at my level. And so I look for ways that fit my neurodivergence. YouTube seems to be a way. I'm not making any money off of YouTube yet, but it seems to be something that's good for me. It fits with me. It doesn't burn me out. And I enjoy every day walking and checking in with you all. So if I can turn that into an income, that'd be great. I look forward to being able to do shows again because I really love that. But I have to be creative. And today's just, I'm frustrated with it. And so I woke up and I had to work my way up to fight or flight or freeze. And that's where I got to when I was in muscle music, and I was below that. I was in a hole. And then we talked a bit, got up and did some moving. That's when I started crying a bit. And that's me moving into fight or flight. And then after that meeting, I decided to go for a walk to work my way up further the ladder and have a better day. My arm is tired. Actually, I was gonna go over here and have a cup of coffee. So some things that I think I need today is a good cry. I can feel that little things. I'm overwhelmed, and the little kid inside me just wants to ball up and cry. And so I kind of thought if I went for a walk, maybe I would get some of that out, but it's not really coming. Sometimes taking a hot shower and just thinking about the thing that's hurting's real bad. Crying in the shower is great. It was raining, so I came here to the bridge to just sit and think. I brought a cup of coffee. I'm not feeling as bad as I was when I first started walking today. I got some music going. I know that my needs are met for the day, so I don't have too much to worry about. I'm looking forward to later where I'll have a vocal class. So I have some things to look forward to. I'm in a good amount of pain today, so I'm not wanting to do much. So I guess that's my check-in. Started in a hole. Oh, there's the train. Hey, train. And I'm just working my way up the ladder and dealing with some feelings that I'm just feeling today. And rather than ignore them and working through them. And then I'm going to go home and I'm going to give my dog some attention because she seemed a little sad today too. So I'll cuddle with her. And I got some work I want to get done today too on the computer. So this will be my backdrop for the next little while. Hey, so I was walking and I thought of this thing that I would share with you, which I haven't shared with many people. Something that I always do, and I don't always do. That's pretty black and white. But I've done for quite some time, many years. And I do it quite often. When I go for a lot of walks, and I spend a lot of time daydreaming and listening to music while I'm walking. And one of the things that I often daydream about is I have conversations with people. In particular, usually Beethoven. So I put on some music, and I have this little thing where I expose Beethoven to new music. And we talk about the different parts of the song and what's cool about it and what's derivative. And so I have a lot of conversations with Beethoven. Why Beethoven? Besides being brilliant musically, I don't know why. It just started with that a long time ago, when I first started getting exposed to music outside the mainstream and going on walks and spending a lot of time alone. So it's a quirky little thing that I do, but I was just doing it. I can't even remember what I was listening to, but I was just having a little conversation with Beethoven in my head, and I thought I would share it with you all. So that's that. So I'm home, and I went for a walk, obviously. And I decided that I was gonna work on some music and work on something to eat. Tonight I'll be working with some people on a new song, and so I thought I would kind of go through my notes, and it kind of goes like this a little bit. Something like that. And sorry about all the jackhammering and everything out there. So before I work on the music, I'm gonna get something to eat, because I forgot that I haven't eaten today, and I can feel that. So I'm gonna do that, play guitar probably for a couple hours, and then start thinking about dinner, I guess. Also, I was spending some time with my dog, and I'm gonna try to include her in whatever I'm doing, because she seems a little bored today. So all right. Hello. So it's in the evening. I'm about to do a muscle music group where we're going to talk about voice and vocals and stuff. But I thought I'd check in. I practiced some music, worked on the new song a little bit, and then I laid down with the dog. I didn't get any sleep. I wanted to, because she was sleeping, but I just kind of laid there. And now she is wide awake. And so I'm just relaxing. Ooh, it's super pink over here. I'm just relaxing now, and about to go into muscle music and work on some music. And she's probably gonna drive me nuts the whole time now that she slept all day and she's awake, right? I also visited with my neighbor, and that was good. My mood is better than it was this morning, just because I feel like I kind of made it through the day. I had some dinner. I cooked some chicken. My lidocaine patch is working, and I'm not in too much pain. So I feel like I can just kind of relax the rest of the day, which just increases my mood a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna do my muscle music, and then right after that, I'm gonna watch some TV and then head to bed. I will see you Tuesday morning. Hello, good morning. It is, let me fix my phone here. It's Tuesday morning, about 7 in the morning, and I'm going to get some milk. I wanted to sleep in this morning because I'm in some pain, but my dog woke me up and said, get your lazy butt up. And so I did. I got up and she went right back to sleep. I opened the shade and the sun shone on her, and she fell right back to sleep. So I'm gonna get some coffee. I don't have a lot going on today. I'm in a good amount of pain again, and so I'm gonna put on the lidocaine patch or two, and I'm gonna call my doctor today just to check in with them, see if I should still be feeling pain and how long I'm gonna be feeling pain for. So I'm gonna give the VA a call and talk to my doctor. There's something else I was gonna do today. I think pretty much just rest and get some writing done. It's a pretty nice morning. My mood is fairly positive, except for all the construction noise, which is a little annoying. I got some good sleep last night, and that always helps my mood. So rather than try to continue to talk when it gets really noisy, I'll check in with you later. Hello again. So I did my coffee and comedy. I wasn't really laughing too much. My mood is kind of blah. It's not the best. And now I'm doing YouTube class. What I call YouTube class. It's a thing called vidIQ. And they they go through people's channels and say what they can do better. And I learn a lot. You can see it right here. It's a live stream, and that's what helps me build my channel. So I spend a couple hours doing this, learning about YouTube. Yeah, and then after this, I'm gonna go into muscle music. But being productive and taking notes and stuff has been helpful for my mood. And so, maybe they'll audit my channel. But I learn a lot just as they go through different channels and say, what's working and what's not working, and I can apply it to mine. So, back at it. Hey, I did a whole bunch of work editing videos and going through a lot of my old footage and things like that, fixing my new footage. And so I worked for about an hour actually, and then I picked up the guitar and sat with that for an hour working on the new song. And then now I'm in pain, which kind of sucks. My mood is, I'm heading to the food bank, get some food for the week. And my mood is not that great, and my computer is crapping out on me, and just like little things here and there, just like, and having to go to the food bank, bring my mood down a bit, and the pain that in my shoulder. So I'm gonna go here and get some food, go home, and I want to keep working. I have a big list in my mind of things that I could get done today, but I think I need to lay down and rest the shoulder, maybe take a hot shower, and be easy on it because it's hurting. And I did call my doctor today, and so we didn't make an appointment. They're gonna call me back, and told them that I wanted to, get checked out and looked at and talked to and stuff. So hopefully something will get done with that. So off I go. It's the end of Thursday. That's not Thursday. Wait, it's the end of Tuesday. Went to the food bank, got some food. They didn't have too much. It's just been kind of one of those days. And I spent some time taking Miss Princess here down to visit my neighbor, and they got to have some playtime. So she's tired now. And I just had dinner, and I'm just relaxing before bed. I don't know what I have going on tomorrow. I don't really want to think about tomorrow yet. I want to think about relaxing, not looking at any screens, and getting some sleep. All right, good night, y'all. Good night, doggy. She's already there. Good morning. It is it's Wednesday, and Um, not doing so great. I had a rough night without sleep, and I got about an hour or two this morning. But then the dog had to come outside and do her business, so I had to wake back up. It's kind of one of those days where I just wanted to crawl and curl up in bed. Go ahead. I'm in a lot of pain. I haven't slept. Thankfully, I don't have a lot going on today. And it's just not that great of a day. There's this phrase, hungry, angry, lonely, tired, halt, H-A-L-T. And when I'm halt, I need to kind of check myself. And today I'm kind of hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. So, but my dog is not. Hey, Okami is a good doggy. So, I think I'm gonna. It's pretty early in the morning here. The sun's just coming up. I don't have anything to be awake for yet, so I might try to get another hour or two of sleep if the dog will let me. Well, I cleared my head, got my head straight, went for a walk, got a coffee, and looked at my resources for the day, and they're okay. I'm okay. I was a little stressed out this morning, mainly because I haven't gotten any sleep. It's hard to, I went to bed at 8 o'clock last night because I was really tired. Didn't turn on any music, just kind of laid in silence with my dog while she snored all night till about 7 this morning. So I'm just laying there in my head for 12 hours. It's not a fun place to be. So I got my coffee. I've only had an hour or two of sleep, and after the last vlog entry, I tried to lay down, and it just made me angry. Because I can't go back to sleep, and it's the day, so the dog needs my attention. I need to, walk her and feed her and do those things. So I can go home and try to make something good out of this day. It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna do the best that I can. So I'm up and about. I had my coffee and comedy time today. I did a very little bit of writing, and I didn't have muscle music this morning, but I had a Tunefoolery meeting, so I went to that, and now I have someone coming over who's going through a difficult time, and hopefully I can be there for them, and say something comforting, and just be what they need. So I'm making some coffee, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing this person very much. Hi, so I had someone come over, and I was able to help them somewhat, where just mostly by listening and letting them talk it out and kind of vent, and just sitting with them in that hard place that they were in. We both cried, and shared some good moments and hard moments. So it was good. At the end, we went out and had lunch, came back and had some hugs and stuff, and they went on their way. Now I'm going out for a quick little walk, and I need to run to the store, so I'm about to go home and have a long-awaited mentor meeting that I keep trying to have, and then different things like my pain level and stuff gets in the way. My routine was a little different today, but I feel good about it. Before this person came over, I was able to ground myself, put myself in a good headspace. That way I could be present and patient and available for this other person. And then I had planned, when someone comes to me in crisis, I often plan someone that I can check in with afterwards in case I'm having a hard time. So I had someone in mind that I would call afterwards, but I didn't feel that that was necessary. I had a great time talking with and spending time with this person, so I always do. So now, I'm heading to the store, and I'm gonna do some mentoring with a new Toot Foolery member who's getting ready for an audition. Excuse me. And so I'm just gonna do what I can to help them get ready for the audition. And tonight we're gonna have a little Zoom meeting and talk about what songs he's thinking about and stuff like that. So that'll probably be it. I got some ice cream for later. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I also want to say my mood is pretty good. And I often find when I'm able to be in a good space and grounded and available to help someone else, just makes me feel good to be able to help someone else and be there for someone else. But in order to do that, I need to be grounded myself. So my mood is pretty good because I was able to be there for this person today. All right. Well, the meeting didn't work out tonight for mentoring, but we're going to schedule it for another day, probably tomorrow. I'm going to head to my neighbors and watch the Bruins game because it is game 1 of the playoffs, and the Bruins have broken a record for the best record in history. So I've always enjoyed watching the NHL. So I'm gonna go do that with my neighbor, and then I'm gonna come up and probably head to bed early. It's been a long day. I've really enjoyed today, so I look forward to laying down and getting some good sleep tonight because I haven't got much last night. So that'll be my tune-off for today. All in all, it was a good day because I got to help someone, and that made me feel really good. It's always good for me when I can help someone. Maybe that's selfish. So, all right, good night. Good morning. It is it's Thursday morning, and we made it more than halfway through the week. I woke up today. I'm in a lot of pain today. I put on lidocaine patches right away. It was a rough night last night. I got my doggy right here, sitting in the sun, and she's a little grumpy too. You're okay, doggy. You're okay. You're okay. Mwah. Oh yeah. Well, I think I'm going to making some coffee, and I'm hurting so many places in my chest and my back and my butt and my legs. And, I think I gotta take it easy today, and maybe just not do much of nothing. I don't know. That'll be a hard day. So we'll see how it goes. I'll check in a little while to get some caffeine in me. Taking the dog out, and it's a little chilly, but it's nice and sunny. Go ahead, buddy. And I'm very sore today. My chest, my shoulder, my neck, my back, my butt cheeks, my thighs, and I think my back is out it's not out today, but if I do the wrong thing, I'm going to be laying down the rest of the day. So I got to take it easy today, be careful, and but still I want to have a good day. And so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to go upstairs and look at this cute little dog. I am going to go upstairs and have some coffee and comedy, and then I'm just gonna chill out and not do too much. Hey, trying to go out for a walk. I'm having a really hard day, and I'm in a lot of pain. It's hard for me to remember that the doctor keeps telling me my heart is fine when all my pain is right here. But over and over, the doctors have told me my heart is okay. It's skeletal bruising in my clavicle is out of place, but I am in so much pain today. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I thought sometimes going for a walk and getting my blood flowing might help, but when it's this pain right here, it doesn't really help. So I'm going just for a quick walk because I need to get some Tylenol or something. I have 3 lidocaine patches on, and I don't think I'm going to be doing anything today but resting. This pain gets me very nervous and frustrated and scared because it's, in the chest. So it's hard to relax, and it keeps me worried, and I wish I wasn't in pain. So I'm just gonna try to make it to the store, get some Tylenol, come back and rest. Wish me luck. Home, and I got some Tylenol in me. I don't feel very good, so I'm probably not gonna just keep getting on here and complaining all day. I don't want to do that. My dog is resting. I'm gonna go into muscle music in a little bit, and tonight is the night for the open mic and stuff like that, and we get together and jam around a bit and stuff. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any of that. I was filled with frustration and anger, and I texted a friend, just let them know that I'm in a lot of pain today and I'm very frustrated, and I feel like I should be in the hospital, but I know if I went to the hospital they'd say you're fine, go home. It's the skeletal bruising and all that other stuff. Your EKG is fine. So it's very frustrating. Walking to the store, I had to stop halfway. I can see it from here. But I had to stop and just rest and let the pain go down until I could keep walking again and walk at a very slow pace. I don't like talking about pain. This is not a chronic pain blog. This is a mental health blog, but on days like this, all I can think about is the pain, and the frustration. So I guess I'm just letting you know that for my mental health, what I gotta do today is rest and try to stay positive. It's gonna be hard to do, and I need to let out the frustration and the anger some way. I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet. Maybe that's something I'll bring up when I go into my muscle music group. I'll think of some way that I can release my emotions today in a positive way, about the frustration that I have with physical pain. I guess that's what I'll do. I have a little time for coffee. I don't feel up to comedy. I'm a little overstimulated with noise, so I'm sitting here in the quiet and just enjoying some sunlight. I will check back in later and we'll see how the day goes. Hey, okay. My pain level has gone down since I've been sitting here, enjoying coffee and comedy and just relaxing. So I'm getting ready to go into my muscle music group, and that's what I'm gonna do. If that's what's helping, the pain has gone down a little bit. But whenever I get up and do anything, the pain comes back. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna rest today and try to do as little as possible. Well, I did my muscle music, and I actually got up and moved a little bit, and I got to talk, and it's a wonderful group of people who have a high emotional intelligence and are self-aware. So it's a nice group to check in with every time. My pain is coming in waves, and it kind of went down and it's starting to come back again. But my mood is a lot better. And I'm starting to think about the rest of the day. And right now my dog is sleeping. And you can see her sleeping away. I'm gonna go visit my neighbor and take it easy. And I would really like to get out there and get some sunlight. I think that will do me good if I can just go out, find a bench somewhere and sit down. I would really enjoy that. So I'm gonna try to make that a goal for the day. And but apparently pain management is gonna be part of my day today. So I spent most of the day resting, but I'm up now, and my lidocaine patch fell off, so I had to put another one on. And I have pain that's coming and going, but I have to get up and feed the dog, and really that's it. It's also just driving me crazy laying in bed all day, and I don't sleep, so just been listening to Critical Role and kind of following the story in my imagination. But I want to get up and kind of not really move around, but just do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not in so much pain at the moment, but it comes and it goes. I did a little reading about bone bruising and skeletal bruising, and it can take weeks and sometimes months to go away, which it's been 2 months. And the first month I didn't know I had it, so I wasn't treating it well. So I'm still new to letting it heal. It's just it's a scary pain. So I'm thinking about dinner. Ooh, and my dog is thinking about dinner too. So I'm gonna start doing that and just moving very slowly. I've also been kind of living like I'm camping around here because I haven't been able to do very much. So I'm slowly like picking up this and picking up that while listening to some of my TV show here. But all right, I'll check in later. My mood is, I'm not in a bad mood, but I'm not in a good mood. Just hoping that I feel better. Well, I can't believe I'm vlogging from the hospital, but the pain was just so much all day. It kept coming and wouldn't go away, so I decided to come in and get it looked at. And things are looking good. But I'm still in a lot of pain, so I hope they find out what the pain is from. And the doctor seems nice. I'm a little grumpy, but I'm trying to be pleasant. I'll check in when I know that everything's okay, because I'm sure it will be. And hopefully I'll get some sleep tonight. As you can see, it's already getting kind of late. I'm usually in bed by now. All right, bye. Well, it looks like they're gonna keep me overnight for tests, so that's good, I guess. I hope I get some. What time is it? Is it really that late? Oh. So maybe I'll get some sleep tonight. I don't know. I'll check in next time I know something. So it's pretty late here. It's 1-something in the morning. I had a really good conversation with someone who connected with me. And I'm having a more difficult time here tonight. I got a little shamed by the doctor about how sometimes I'll have a cigarette now and then. And I found that when he shamed me about it, I was ready to leave and walk out. It took me about a good half hour of sitting here quietly, knowing that he obviously doesn't know that shame is not a good tool, and guilt for people who have mental illness and PTSD and stuff. But the only reason it's keeping me here and not leaving is it's so late, I might as well stay. And he wasn't my doctor, he was just a shift doctor. But I got pretty upset quietly. I still would love to just leave because I know it's not my heart. He told me there's nothing wrong with my heart. They just want to do an extra test in the morning. If I get any more shaming, I will probably leave. I have walked out of this hospital before for not being sensitive at all to mental illness. So I hope it doesn't happen more. Well, they moved me to another room, and I've kind of talked myself into staying, even though I don't need another stress test in the morning. But the reason I decided to stay is because I moved back over to this room and started having pain again, so that convinced me to I'm not going to walk home tonight. I'm just going to try to go to bed. Hi, so I'm leaving the hospital. It's about 3 in the morning. Fairly triggered. I had to advocate for myself when the doctor kind of did this slap of my hand, and he asked if I was a smoker, and I said I am quitting, but I smoke once in a while. And he did this hand slap thing and really triggered me. And so I told him, I have a severe mental illness, and does it say that in my chart? And he said, yeah. I said, I'd rather you not use guilt and shame when treating me. And he kind of disagreed with me, but the nurse that was there understood what I was saying, and he wanted to show me again and slap my hand again, and the nurse said no, and I'm shaking. It's hard to hold the camera steady. But I couldn't stay in the hospital. And but they did say my heart is good, so that's good. They just wanted to give me morphine and have me sleep, and I don't want to take morphine. I want to go home and sleep. So I got a long walk home. Shitty night. Don't use shame and guilt. So I've been out walking and I feel a little better. They offered to call me a cab from the hospital to bring me home, but I told them I wanted to walk and work off some of this triggered effect that I have. I am actually, how do I say this? I never like to leave a hospital against doctors' wishes. And I did that tonight. Although the doctor said there really wasn't much they could do for me except give me some morphine and then have me follow up with my doctor. And I didn't want to spend the night there when I could spend the night with my dog. And I didn't want morphine. I don't want that in me. And but I don't have to worry about my heart, which is the big thing. But what I'm really proud of is that I stood up for myself and advocated for myself with that doctor. I can tell you a little bit about, he did this thing where, because I asked for a nicotine patch, and he put his hand on my hand and then he slapped his hand as if to slap mine and said I shouldn't be smoking. And I said, I'm on the patch. I quit. And sometimes I fuck up now and then, but I'm on the patch and I just need a patch. But I was triggered at that moment that he felt to use guilt and shame and some sort of physical violence to treat me as a patient. And from that moment, I was kind of triggered and didn't trust him. So as I'm sitting for the next couple hours in the waiting room, and I know that I'm going to go home, and rather than be there, I told the nurse that I wanted to confront the doctor. And so when the doctor came in, I told him, I said, does it say on my chart that I have severe mental illness and PTSD, schizophrenia? And he said yes. And I said it's not a good idea to use guilt and shame as treatment for people who have PTSD. And he said, guilt or shame? I didn't use guilt or shame. And so I explained to him what he did, and what it did to me. And the nurse agreed with me, and he said, no, let me show you what I did. And he wanted to do it again. He wanted to slap my hand again. And the nurse said, please don't do that. And I said, no, I'm just gonna leave. And he left. He stood there for a while. He did tell me though, he said, I guess this is a learning experience for me. He said, would you rather me just come in here and not be all joking and friendly and just be straight up and say what's going on? And I said, yes, I would like you to come in and just do your job and not try to be touchy-feely and things like that. And he said that was a surprise to him. And he said it was a learning experience for him. And then when the doctor left, the nurse thanked me because I was shaking. My hands were just shaking because it's very hard for me to advocate for myself. And she thanked me and said, not everybody finds what he does is funny, and I'm glad you said something about it. And that validated me and my concerns and made me feel a little better. So I'm glad my heart's okay. I'm glad the doctor learned a little something. I'm proud of myself for advocating, and I'm almost home. Good night, everybody. Also, before I forget, I wanted to give a shout out to Bird, who gave me a call while I was in the hospital, and we got to connect and talk about anxiety and daily stressors. And I hope it was helpful for you, and it was certainly helpful for me because I was going through a hard time at the moment when you called, and talking with you and you talking with me helped me settle down a bit, grounded me a little bit, made me feel good about myself. And I'm really happy that you called and that we connected. So cheers to you, Bird. So I'm home with my dog. After a long night. Hi, good morning, happy Friday. The dust has settled from last night. Last night and yesterday, all day yesterday and the evening and into the morning kind of felt like a whirlwind. But I'm feeling better, and I got about 4 hours sleep when I got home, and got up and I got to connect with people in Muscle Music Group and check in with them and relay my experience of the night before. Um, I talked about how I was proud that I advocated for myself. Um, and that was nice. I think I realized it didn't really, I didn't feel grounded until I had talked about it with some people who I knew would get what I was kind of going through, if not the actions, the feelings. After my muscle music group, I went and visited my neighbor Jeff, and I haven't really had any coffee and comedy time today. My mood is pretty good. It was a little easier for me to get up this morning and work through my anxiety this morning. And I think largely in part because of the night's events, that I know that my heart is in good shape. And I was able to connect with someone else over the phone and make a new connection that way, and know that gave me some semblance of knowing that what I'm doing is helping other people in some way, which of course makes me feel good. It's really kind of what gets me out of bed. That's not the only thing that gets me out of bed. I can go into a longer detail about, and I likely will, about what gets me out of bed in the morning, and gets me going and helps me through that. Today, I got a shower going, and I'm getting ready to rearrange the furniture in my apartment very slowly and carefully so I don't re-injure myself. But I'm going to put my mattress down on the floor so I don't have to keep helping this beautiful dog up and down from the bed. Because she's 100 pounds and my bone bruising is not healing because she likes to go up and down and up and down, and I'm helping her every time, and so I'm not healing. So I'm gonna put the bed frame, take away the bed frame, and it's a futon. So I'm just getting rid of the frame, and I'm gonna set it up on the floor with a bunch of pillows and kind of rearrange the space so it looks good. I need my space to feel good. I like rearranging it in ways that when I sit in it, I feel good, because I spend a lot of time at home, and I don't want to spend time in a place where I'm uncomfortable. I like having things on the wall that remind me of different things, or and whatnot. The arrangement of where my things are is important for my ADD, and just, I think artistically, I like to just move around all my shit every once in a while. So I will enjoy it, most likely a day of slowly moving all my stuff around, and I'm gonna take a break and do some writing. I'm gonna go for a walk in a little while because the sun is out and shining. I'm a little more motivated today. Yesterday I was below a 0, working my way up. Today I'm about a 3, and I feel like as long as I'm not in pain, and so as long as the pain stays down, I think my mood will do well. And I don't stop at a 3. A 3 is actually like fight or flight, which it used to be that I would work my way up to a fight or flight, and that's where I would freeze, or I would run back into bed and hide. But I've actually found that the fight or flight or freeze is a good place to get to, because from there you have the physical energy to work and move upward the ladder. I use that fight or flight energy to continue upward on the ladder of my mood of the day. Now that has a lot to do with the vagal nervous system. If you want to do some Googling. And there are theories and approaches to that. That's specifically what I use my muscle music for, is to help me work through my fight or flight in a safe way, because you can do it in a non-safe way and it's more destructive. But I've really learned the value of moving up into and through fight or flight into a better day within the last couple of years. I wasn't meaning to talk about that. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will either give answers or point you to people who can give you the answers, and do my best in that regard. So, yeah, that'll be my day. Maybe I'll do some sort of video or something. I don't know. I'll check in later and see how you guys are doing. All right, bye. Well, I did it. I got a shower and turned on some music and stood in the shower and tried to do some singing, which I didn't want to do. But singing is a breathing exercise. So I kind of did some mumble singing, which turned into taking deep breaths and singing. You know, not like, whoa, but, you know, just singing along to the Spotify. So that got me through my shower. And I didn't have a lot of motivation to go for a walk. And on days when I don't have motivation, I wear these like moccasins without socks. And you can see in here. But I don't often go walking in them. So if I'm wearing them, it usually means I don't want to go for a walk. But it's sunny out and it's feeling nice. I guess these shoes just tell me it's not going to be a long walk. And I'm running to the store for my neighbor since I'm going out for a walk. Then I'm going to go back and I think I'm going to do a little coffee and comedy. I know it's kind of getting near the midday, but I think some relaxation and comedy would be good for an hour or so while I kind of think about how I'm gonna do the rest of the day. I know I said I'm gonna rearrange the apartment and stuff.
154 to North Station is estimated at 1:20 p.m.
Thank you. So I'm gonna watch some comedy, have coffee, and think about how that arrangement's gonna happen and how I can do it without re-injuring myself. All right, I'll check in later. Well, I did a lot of work slowly and just with this arm. So I'm not really in pain, but I managed to take this space and put the bed on the floor so my dog can, sorry about all the licking, so my dog can easily get up and down from the bed and I won't have to lift her up. And just kind of clear the space for her too. Move my desk over here, and then this whole side of the room is a mess. It's all stuff that needs to be rearranged, but I'm not able to do any heavy lifting, so I'm just leaving it over there, and we're just gonna have this space right here. I also took some time to take a lot of breaks and do some writing, and I wrote and rewrote and finished a little blog about how I use Dungeons and Dragons and watching Critical Role in my recovery and what it does for me. I put that up on Instagram and Facebook if you get a chance and want to look that up. And I also sent it to one of the cast members of the show of Critical Role, but I don't think they'll ever actually see it. So now I have a friend coming over, and we're gonna go hang out with my neighbor and just kind of fiddle around on guitar and be social, but with music. And I think that's going to be my evening. And yeah, I think there was some things that I just couldn't get done today. Some meetings that I wanted to go to. Oh, that's right. Tonight I have a muscle music group. I think it's trauma-informed voice lessons or something like that. So that should be fun. So I'll check in later, and my dog says hi. Do 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 do. Okami. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. Taking my dog out. It feels like it's been a crazy week. And my mental health vlog is turning into a chronic pain vlog. But my pain levels today, my pain level is today, that makes sense. My pain level today is okay. So what I'll start doing, I guess, if I'm gonna be in pain a lot now that I'm 50, I guess, I'll just say my pain level and what's up, and then move on from there. But my hip, my back, my shoulder, and my chest are hurting today. But it's manageable. My mood is okay. A little stressed about little things, but like finances and stuff. But nothing is overwhelming because I'm not in a bad place. I just, get broke once in a while. The weather isn't great. It's kind of cold and clammy out, and my dog is doing her business. And I don't have a lot much going on this weekend. Wow, I'm talking weird this morning, huh? The week was difficult, to say the least, with medical problems and my mood being off. But a lot of good things happened this week too, so yeah. I guess I'm just gonna try to have a relaxing weekend. Today's Saturday, I have no plans. Tomorrow's Sunday, I have no plans. So I'm just gonna relax, take it easy physically, and spend time with my dog. So I'll probably upload the video today rather than wait till tomorrow.